Hey Bruce, what's going on? Okay, so if you remember right, what we do is we use Firefox for our AWS uploads. And I want you to kind of get used to this because you're coming along pretty good with other things, so you're no dummy. You can do this kind of stuff. It's really easy. And here's what I do because I don't even like using Firefox because it's so slow and bulky. I only use it for this purpose or in certain instances where they say you have to have Firefox. But I set my home screen to S3 Fox. Remember, that's the plugin that we installed for Firefox. And if you look up here, I'll even maybe if you need this link, just let me know. But if you've bookmarked this, it's just Chrome colon / S3 Fox / content / HTML / host .htm. And I make that my home page. And the way you do that is just to simply come down to options, and right here. So if you are on this page, then you can just click current page, or you can copy and paste the URL right here and click OK. Then when you open Firefox, it'll automatically open up to this, and it'll remember which you only have one. But for instance, this is my account, and then this is the FFS account, right? So it'll automatically open up to this, and it's just like FileZilla. It's that simple. Remember, left side local computer, right side remote server. Okay, and you navigate around the same way. You can browse through your computer to go where you want to, or you can click the up button and you can get to, there's no more places to go. It says there's nowhere to look anymore. Um, so depending on where you have your files, like if you just click on SkyDrive, because that's where I'm starting to keep my video files now, then there you go. And I have FFS RAW, right? And this, don't worry about the videos. This should be where we have our like backups for all of our videos. Um, we've got a couple, shared. This is starting to get a little unorganized, so I might do something about that later. But just think raw footage. So FFS RAW. This will be, the FFS videos will be where we save our videos for backups. And the EVP was automatically created when we did the whole EVP system, right? So don't mess with that. You can upload things to it, but you don't need to. Remember, you can upload directly through EVP. So try not to get too confused over how this works. This is connected to EVP, and you control what goes in there through EVP. Let's put any of the requested videos that need clipping or, editing, anything that I ask you for. You can run a large file through Handbrake if you want to, and just set the quality high. But we don't really want any 1 GB size files. It's going to take probably a half hour for you to upload it, and then 10 minutes for me to download it, just so I can open it up in Camtasia to start editing it. So it may be worth checking in the owner's manual of your camera to see if your camera will actually save in any other formats. I don't really know how that works. I have yet to get my own camera to start doing live whiteboards for people. Um, but yeah, it might be worth at least looking into the owner's manual to see if you can save it in another format, or when you upload it to your computer, if there's an option to upload it in another format. I don't know. But if you can save it as an MP4, that's probably best, right? So, uh, that's pretty much it. Remember how to navigate up and down. And when you don't really have to worry about this because this is mainly just for us to share and EVP does it automatically. But when you do upload a video directly, there are the settings, the permission settings that we want to make sure, if you want the world to be able to access that URL, then, but you don't really have to worry about that. It's not huge because any of the videos that we're not using on YouTube are going to do what? Exactly. They're going through EVP. And those are going to be the protected videos, right? When you start putting together the program, then we're not going to want those on YouTube because they're part of the paid membership. So they're all going to go through EVP and they're going to be protected on the website, and people won't be able to just access those. And that's why we want to use EVP. So when I told you before that all the videos for now should be going through YouTube, it didn't mean that we weren't going to be using EVP at some point. Okay? It just meant that anything that you don't care about being protected, the best platform for socializing and optimization is YouTube, right? Because it's the next best thing to Google. So that's really it. If you watch here, I close my Firefox. Quit, kitty. I didn't get a cat. We acquired a cat from outside. Not really a stray, I don't think, but he's a good kitty, but he's too friendly when I'm working. He wants to climb all over me and walk on my computer. So you see, I opened Firefox and this is where I came. Right back to my last session. And that's it. I mean, you open this up, open up FFS RAW, and navigate to wherever your file is, and boop, boop, upload. I'm not going to upload this one because we don't want it in there. That's it. That's simple. How could you forget that? Anyway, just on a side note, this whole 90-day thing, one of the things I started thinking about, so don't get panicky over the fact that there aren't 10 hours a week being cataloged or logged, I should say, because this may be a good thing. And we set a date as far as, okay, well, the beginning of October. We may decide to stretch it to the middle of October, or maybe even the 1st of November, still keeping in mind a total of 80 hours, okay? And I've been thinking about that, because with all of this new idea about what we're going to be doing for putting together a package, I think it's a fabulous idea. I really do. I think you can chronicle each day. We can do the weekly summaries, and then you can actually work on putting together what you feel is a successful workout routine. Maybe something that is light for people who maybe do have more arthritic problems, things like that they can't really move around all that great, something that's light. And then this is where the whole advanced, expert, and master come in. Okay, if you consider yourself a master, somebody who, you're running, bike riding, you're doing all this stuff at a plus age, then you might decide to include all that. And we can talk more about that breakdown. You know, what is a basic member going to be doing? What is an advanced member going to be doing? What is an expert member going to be doing? And what is a master member going to be doing? Right? Those are our 4 paid, preliminary uh, membership levels. And then all of our free stuff, YouTube videos, things like that, all go. Anybody can register. They automatically be added to the Aweber list. We start putting in some of the free information in the follow-up email. So when people sign up, they just get these short little, whatever it is, pieces of the primer, whatever it is. Okay. So mark on this video where I stopped talking about the SFX or S3 Fox. God, I hate the way they name these things. And where I started talking about the plan, okay? Because if you need to recap on what our overall destination may look like, at this point in our evolution, we're looking at the possibility of, putting together a membership with different levels of activity at different prices that people can come and they can say, okay, I want to be able to, follow along this particular workout routine for whatever it is. And then later on, we can even expand on that and say office workouts, right? Things you can do while sitting at your desk or during break. Things you can do on the airplane. Think about it. Things you can do, for this and for that and for all these other different things that you can possibly think of that might be beneficial to somebody in your age group who's a professional who doesn't get the type of exercise or doesn't have the time for the type of exercise that the normal stay-at-home 9 to 5 type person might get. Someone who travels a lot, someone who stays in hotels, taking advantage of the gyms. Just all this stuff. You don't have to act on it, but be thinking in terms of this. And then when you're on the plane, you doze off, you'll dream about it, wake up, make a note. Right? I mean, this is how creativity works. This is how good creativity works. So, yeah, I think that we're on to really something good. And as I said, because you see the way things work, I think that as things evolve, they evolve the way they do for a reason. And so, believe me, I'm constantly thinking about your overall campaign and where it can go. So even if you don't see 10 hours log time, know that that's only because I think that that's probably what we need, and we may stretch out instead of over 8 weeks, we might stretch it out over 10 weeks. Okay? If that's not okay with you, you want to get it all done and you're going to pay more later, that's fine too. I just don't want to waste time doing things that we may have to change later, right? Anyway, simple AWS upload. The reason I say use this and not Dropbox and stuff like that is because your Dropbox can soon easily get overloaded with videos and just too much information, and I don't know. I'd rather have it here because it's private and it's secure and it's ours, and we know that it's here, and if we ever want to, download it, then we know we have it safe and sound and whatever, and it's pennies on the dollar. So, all right, I'm going to end this. I'm going to keep talking to you forever.